Okay, so today I'm thinking I'll show you how to flat a panel. I've sort of started already at the top here, but I thought I'd do a video on it just because it's probably quite interesting to some people. Pretty basic for me really, sort of bog standard, but this is basically how to make sure a panel's flat, and then use a long bar like this basically. So it's like a long sander. You can get short ones that I normally do little sanding bits with. This is the big one. So yeah, the plan is basically to use this block in obviously a longer motion rather than a normal sanding motion, and then you get rid of any lumps and bumps and things. You can't do that with a short one, so you have to do it with the long one. You can get proper sanding sheets to fit on these, but I'll just use the normal 40 grit round ones I've got, usually because it works quite well with a bit of both. You can use it on the DA and well, the orbital sander I've got, and this as well, so may as well use it for both. So first off, basically what I've got here, obviously the panel itself has already been flatted once already on 40 grit, and then it's also been tidied up again with some filler and flatted a bit, and now it's been guide coated. That's what all this black is over here. It's basically just a black paint, any paint will do, and that basically goes onto the panel, so you know obviously where you're sanding to. You can see on here, I don't know, well hopefully you can see, there's the fiberglass and filler and everything behind there, and then it's like the start of the black stuff, which is where it's coming through. You have to make sure that's all gone, then you know that's flat. So basically, if we start off, give you a rough idea. Hopefully you can see that. There's basically obviously less black there, so obviously the panel's being taken down very slightly, so that then you basically know it's completely flat. So up here, it's still got some on here. I'll do it a bit higher so you can see. So the black's starting to disappear now, where the high spots are going. This one here is where the low spot is, where the black area is. It's a good workout as well, this, by the way. And then yeah, that is obviously getting relatively, that's pretty good already. But take it back. This is on 40 grit sandpaper, by the way. Normally you finish off on 240 or 600 later on when it comes to priming stages. But for now, it's just supposed to use this. And you keep going across the bit where you can see the black, basically taking it across there until it goes, and then you know it's flat. Still some left, tiny bit. Bit of blow. There you go. Oh no, slight tiny bit there. You have to pretty much do it by feel. There will be another guide coat over the top of this, let's say with 240 grit, because 40 grit is quite harsh on it. So it needs something a bit better for it, basically, for sort of final finishing. This just basically gets rid of all the high spots, and the 240 finishes it off and gets a nice smoother feel to it, and obviously gets rid of the last bits. So the black's all going. Obviously it's all in one motion, so you know it's going to be flat. Probably dust everywhere on the camera here, but just the job. You have to make sure you keep it flat as well. There's no point having it so you're sanding across here and then you're basically wobbling around all the place like that. It's going to be wavy. There's no point doing that. So you've got to make sure it's nice and flat. Go across the panel. We know where the high spots are. Just the black bits. Feeling good. A bit more down here. There's still some there, look. So in there a bit more. Nice. This bit isn't yet. That's where the door shut is there. That's why I was making that weird noise. So when I flattened all this back, you'll be able to get to the door shuts. So obviously it cuts out along here, along there, and then up there. So obviously this was originally the gull wing shape before I changed my mind on it. Some low spots you need filler for. See if it's too low. This one here, not sure on that one yet. You feed it across the panel. So that's where it curves into the quarter panel. After that, it needs to go back a little bit more. See the black still there, look. It dips very slightly there. Yeah, definitely got a dip in there. So I'm gonna need a little bit of spot of filler in that, and then guide coat, and then go again. This bit's fine. So that's where it dips to the quarter anyway. Yeah, just needs a bit on there. But yeah, you get the idea with it. So yeah, that's the idea. Basically, so you have to do that across the whole panel. Obviously, that's why it takes so long. Because you're doing this in stages. So this is like third stage already. It's not even the first bit. So you can imagine how it mounts up. But yeah, there you go. That's the plan. But let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. There's plenty of videos on the channel, of course, for stuff that's already done. But I don't usually do videos of things where I'm actually in the middle of doing something. So bit of a rare treat. But yeah. Feel free to comment, subscribe, as per usual, and I'll crack on with this.